So traders, everything is red today across the entire market. But today's video, I want to focus on the actual indices right now, the stock market. We're getting a significant pullback. 1, we were expecting this. 2, don't freak out. 3, there's something really big coming, a potential slingshot move. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, let's get straight into the big markets. The very first thing I want to say about the entire markets, I was sharing this technique with my private clients. If you're interested in joining my private clients, first link in the description, or there's a link in the description if you'd like to learn my actual trading system. I teach you for free. All the details in the description below. But I was teaching them this one technique I want you to do. Okay, one of the big mistakes. In these environments right now, I can't talk. In these environments right now, I have learned that it's important to try to remove the money perspective and try to look at the market from as is perspective, right? And not think about money, because if you're thinking about your account up and down, up and down, up and down, you're gonna make really bad decisions, right? Whenever I not think about my trading account, but I look at the market and then I see what it's doing, now I can make good decisions, right? So here's the big thing here, right? Here's the big thing. Okay, listen to me. Listen to me. When you are trading, the best thing you can do through the entire year to make a good income and make good decisions is, guess what? Try to do whatever you can to remove the emotion, right? So that's what the best thing to do. Now, how do we do that? Let's talk about this. The best thing I can do is I look at candlestick charts, and as we can see here, if I'm looking at, say, the S&P 500 or even the Dow Jones today, right? Even the Dow Jones, big down day today. If you are so solely focused on what this big down bar is doing right now, you are so focused on, if you're long this market, you're like, oh my goodness, the sky is falling, okay? If you want to become, if you've been trading the markets for a few years now, for the last couple of years, you're probably in that camp right now. I understand it, right? I feel for you. I have felt the same way, because if I'm along the market and the market goes against me, I'm starting to wrap these emotions up. And to be honest, I do it sometimes to this day. What thing I do is I try to neutralize my journey by stepping back. And what that simply means is that I'm looking at red and green candles here, right? Red and green candles, and especially if I'm focusing on the short-term analysis of what this candle here is doing, I'm not seeing the true picture here. So the best thing I can try to encourage you to do is remember, right? Remember, the best thing you can do is try to remove your emotions, because the market is here to swing and volatile and move and up and down, and it's there to make you emotional, right? So the best thing you can do is to try to make really good decisions. And how I do that is, 1, I'm not thinking about my trading account right now. Is it up? Is it down? Like all that sort of stuff. But remember, with just trying to think about the entire year. How do we make good decisions this entire year, so at the end of every year, I can have a good income? Now, here's the thing. One thing that I really like to do myself, let's bring the microphone closer for you guys, is I like to look at black bars. Now, the best thing I'm always doing is I'm always thinking about, okay, the number one thing for me is trend analysis, and where are we within that trend? So, if a trend analysis is what? It's up. This is if I understand that this other thing, this here, is what a trend looks like, right? This is what an overall big bull market trend looks like, okay? Higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. This is for every market out there. So, within what I just said there, in my mind, whenever I'm looking at any market, I'm saying, what's the trend and what phase are we in? What's the trend and what phase are we in? That helps us stay emotionally calm. right? Now again, if you're trading way too much of your account, then the emotions are going to be heightened from that situation there, right? So we actually have, as you can see here, we have these higher lows in place. So the market will go through phases, right? It'll go through these bullish phases through here, bullish phases and bullish phases. But then it'll do what? Then we will, let's change the color. Let's go to, right, and then we'll go through what? These types of phases, which are pullbacks, corrections, counter trends. And the person who's really focused on the candle and not the picture, as I'm developing here, you get so sucked in, and then guess what happens? How many times have you done that, right? You get so sucked in by the candle, you get out, oh my goodness, it's going on, oh I better get out, and you get out. Now, by the way, if you're trading based off that, you are going to destroy your account. The best thing you can do as a trader is like, and this is, by the way, guys, I'm bringing a bit more of an energy for you guys for this video, but how I really like to trade is this. Okay, what's going on here? Let's calm it down. Calmer. Let's lower my heart rate. No music in the background. No sounds. Quietness. Okay, so quietness. Now, what's happening here? I'm looking at the trend. Okay, so I'm looking at the Dow Jones now, and the trend for the last 12 months we've been making higher lows all the way up. Okay, and we just broke up to an all-time new high, and we got to 41,500. Okay, and we had a down day today. Okay, so this down day might be we're definitely making higher lows and we're breaking up to higher highs, so we're in an upward trend. So what's happened today could be the start of maybe another little slight pullback, but the overall trend's up. Okay, no need to be worried about this. It's probably going to pull back maybe for a few days to maybe a week, and then it's probably going to continue back up again and have a move back up to all-time new highs again. Do you see what I just did there? You see that there, right? So if I bring my energy back up again, now for YouTube, right? Bring on the YouTube land, right? Now, if I bring on the good old YouTube land, the energy, I'm trying to share with you here. So what I'm trying to share with you within this video here is some of the most important techniques. So if I overlay with what I just said there, right? And some of you guys are freaking out about uranium and the gold mining stocks, and what's the trend? What sort of phase are we in, right? And if I look at that, if I apply this exact same analysis to the good old, actually, you know what? Let's do this here. I like that color. Right? We go up, right? We went up, sideways, up. So that whole, and then went down, high, low, up, higher, high. Then we made a slight high, low. Then we broke up to a higher, high. Now we're just doing this through here. So what's probably going to come next? We might get a little bit more of a drop out of the Dow Jones, but away we go. Okay? So probably not too much. Probably not too much of a drop. Now let's go to the exact same thing on what? The Nasdaq. The Nasdaq. What's going on with the Nasdaq? The market is falling. Okay? Market is falling. Now, the next layer that I want you to do is start to look at the market from a weekly chart perspective. Right, a weekly chart, because like even periods like this here, right? Look at this here. Even periods like this point through here, as you can see, look at this here. That was a couple of months, right? People are freaking out about this here. So one thing I want you to do is that if you do want to bring on candlesticks, you want to look at candlesticks, just make sure you're bringing it back from a big picture perspective. And we're not looking at the one candle, we're looking at the flow of the markets, okay? So the flow of the market on the Nasdaq is what? Up, down, higher, low, up, down, higher, low, up, right? And whenever we get too far away from the 24 moving average on my weekly chart, too far away, we end up getting what? That, and then that again. So maybe for the next few weeks, we're going to see a correction. Then come the big bull market, right? Then come the big bull market here. So, and that's what's happening right now, right? We're getting a little bit of a freak out. So we're probably going to see a bit more of a drop to the downside. So that's the Nasdaq, right? That's the Nasdaq. You go to the S&P 500, same sort of thing. Big booming bull market, as you can see, right? The last, we had a higher low, and then now we've had this very strong move to the upside. We're probably only going to get through here, probably only going to get down maybe here somewhere, and then a continuation back to the upside. And same for the Russell as well too, guys. Look at the Russell, big down day today. Oh my goodness, the sky is falling. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Right, looking at the Russell, let's squeeze our charts up. Let's look at the last 2-3 years. See what I did this here? See the charts now? I can't see the individual bars. I don't want to see that. What do I want to see? Look what's happening here now. I can see there's a high, there's a low, higher low, higher low, higher low, breakout. We had this big breakout, right? Big breakout. Woofka through there. We're probably going to do something like that. Maybe come back down to here somewhere, and then away we go over the next couple of weeks. So there we go, traders. Hope that helps you out with this one here. Remember, traders, firstly, you can find all the information about becoming a coaching client, or at least checking out the free trading course. Or if you do, guys, if you want to grab access to the Master Trader Lab, I'm running a 90% off sale to that as well too. But just do things like this, guys, to make sure you, in these environments, you stay emotionally calm.